get a better understanding of the evolving China-Africa partnership, this is China-Africa Talk.
During her state visit to China, Namibian President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah met with journalists from both Namibia and China, outlining the priorities of her state visit and sharing her vision for the future relations. Welcome to China-Africa Talk. I'm Gao Junya. I had the opportunity to ask the president 2 questions about cooperation in industrialization and people-to-people exchanges between China and Namibia. Here's her media briefing and our interview.
Please take your seats, except to those who are taking care of their cameras. Thank you, Director of Ceremonies. Honorable ministers, government officials from Namibia and the People's Republic of China, members of the media. I'm always a friend to the media. When we want to meet, we meet. In fact, in Namibia, we guarantee freedom of press, and that's why we always give them time, as we call them the fifth estate. Having said that, I express my appreciation first to President Xi Jinping for the invitation and the people of the People's Republic of China for the warm hospitality extended to me and my delegation since we arrived. After arriving in China, we had a fruitful bilateral engagement with the provincial and business leaders in Shanghai first, where our Minister of International Relations and Trade have engaged the business people. I had engagement in Guangzhou and also visited Sichuan and Shandu. At those occasions, we were touring also historical, industrial, technical, and agricultural institutions. And we were very much impressed to see the creativity and advancement in the use of technology here in China. Now we are here in Beijing, where we are going to conclude the state visit with a high-level engagement that will end up signing memorandum of understanding that will take our cooperation to a high level. Namibia and China share a long history of friendship built on solidarity, mutual respect, and support during important periods of our respective histories. The support by China during our liberation struggle, remained deeply appreciated by the people of Namibia. And as the saying goes, a friend indeed is a friend indeed. And that's why, since establishment of our diplomatic relations in 1990, after Namibia's independence, our partnership has evolved significantly and was strengthened when we elevated it to a comprehensive strategic and cooperative partnership in 2018. Today, our friendship is increasingly shaped by our shared aspiration for development, economic transformation, and improvement of the lives of our people. For Namibia, our relationship with China is strategic partnership that offers opportunities in infrastructure development, industrialization, trade, agriculture, mining, green energy, and more importantly, people-to-people contact. This visit therefore represents an important milestone in our bilateral relations and provides an opportunity and strengthen our cooperation to a greater heights. The objective of the state visit are centered around strengthening political ties, deepening economic cooperation, and identifying new areas of partnership that support countries' development priority. In the case of Namibia, we have identified our priorities. And for those priorities to be implemented, we have decided to increase trade and investment by attracting value addition industries, expanding cooperation in agriculture, energy, technology, infrastructure development, and skill development, and strengthening education and cultural exchange. China has made significant contribution to Namibia's development in infrastructure, education, health, and human resources development. Many Namibians have studied in China and returned home with valuable skills and knowledge that contribute to our national development. And we want to take advantage of that the skills that they have acquired has also to be utilized in our partnership economic cooperation. Trade between Namibia and China has expanded significantly, increasing from Namibian dollar 15.75 billion in 2022 to a recorded number or amount of Namibian dollar 40.64 billion in 2025, representing a growth over the years of 158% over a period of 6 years. It continues, that's now the trade, to grow. And in the first 4 months of January to April 2026, it increased by 14.79 billion Namibian dollars. This looks as if it was a preparation for the visit, and I'm expecting it to increase more. So therefore, China's development story offers valuable lessons, particularly the importance of long-term planning, policy consistency, and investment in infrastructure and human capital. Namibia's circumstances are unique, and our developmental path must be our own. But there is much that we can learn from China's experience in industrialization, agricultural productivities, youth empowerment, and skill development. I therefore commend the government of the People's Republic of China for introducing the zero tariff policy and the Belt and Roads Initiative, which marks a shift in China-Africa cooperation. The zero tariff policy presents opportunities for African countries, including Namibia, to expand their access to one of the world's largest economy. However, market access alone is not enough. Namibia needs to strengthen production capacity and enhance value addition in order to take advantage of such opportunities. In terms of leveraging the Belt Road Initiative, Namibia's strategical location makes it a natural gateway to the Southern African region. Namibia has modern ports which are efficiently run and well-developed transport corridors that position Namibia to benefit from increased connectivities. China and African countries can work together by advocating for multilateralism, fairness, and the reform of international financial institutions as well as trade mechanisms to ensure that developing countries have strong voices that must be heard. We share a common interest in promoting a rule-based international system that is more representative and equitable. And this is what we advocate as members of the G77 and China at the International Forum. The next chapter of China-Africa relations should be characterized by deep economic cooperation, industrialization, technological advancement, youth empowerment, and greater people-to-people exchange on a partnership and on a balanced manner. I therefore urge the Namibian and the Chinese media to continue telling our own stories from our own perspective. As the saying goes, if you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far, go together. Namibia believes the future of China-Africa relations lie precisely in that spirit. So thank you very much, and I revert to the moderator.
Your Excellency, President Nandi-Ndaitwah, thank you so much for this interview opportunity. My name is Junya. I'm producing a podcast called China-Africa Talk, also for China Global Television Network, CGTN. So I know that Namibia is striving for its industrialization. So what role has China played and can China play in this process? And also, we know that this year marks the China-Africa Year of People-to-People Exchanges. So what important role do you think people-to-people and cultural exchanges play in enhancing our mutual understanding? And what would you like Chinese people to know more of Namibia? Thank you.
We are talking about industrialization. And you are asking as to what role China can play in our call for industrialization. China can play a big role. Namibia, we have that country. It's endowed with natural resources, good sceneries, good biodiversity, both fauna and flora. Now, the Chinese enterprises could be attracted by the resources that we are having, and we know they have the technology. So if we put together the resources that we are having, which will be in the hands of the Namibian enterprise, and then the Chinese enterprise brings the technology, possible also finance, all together with the Namibian entrepreneur, they can use those resources and the skill available to go into the international market to get finances. That is the way China can play in our industrialization. And once they come together, if it is minerals, they extract. After extracting, they process. And when they process, those products will be Namibian product. And they can be exported even to China. So in that way, there will be a win-win situation because China will have the product which are produced in Namibia. If it is tourism, then this one will then now talk to your last question, which is people-to-people conduct. Because tourism is one sector that has a big component of people-to-people conduct. So, and through that also, industrialization will come because tourism is a job creator. And tourism is also, it contributes to infrastructure development, and it can also put quite a lot of resources into the country when the tourists are coming and visit your country. So this is really how that we can support one another in the process of industrialization in our country. Did I answer? Oh, thank you very much.
President Nandi-Ndaitwah encouraged journalists from Namibia and China to continue telling their own stories from their own perspectives. Her message underscores the importance of people-to-people understanding at the foundation of lasting cooperation. As China-Africa relations continue to deepen, greater exchanges between our peoples will help us better understand one another and tell each other's stories with greater depth and authenticity. That's it for this edition of China-Africa Talk. You can find us on major podcast platforms and on Substack. I'm Gao Junya. Bye for now.